Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. I'm Marco D'Angelo, joined in studio with Preston, the Sports Cheetah, and Ralph Michaels from Cal Sports. Guys, Army, Navy on Saturday. When they take the field for Navy, this will be the first time in 15 years that they take the field with revenge, as they have absolutely dominated this series with Army. Preston, I'm going to start with you. This is Ralph's best bet. How do you see this one? It's the annual rivalry. It's the last game of the regular season. Army-Navy.
Yeah, it's interesting because the line's also, because of that, the Army is a better team. The line's a lot lower than it's been in the past. And I know last year Army covered, they won outright. Navy, I'd bet them game of the year, I think -3, thinking the number was short and also thinking revenge spot for Navy. And here it is, basically the market price now. So I'm sitting here with a Navy ticket, which I can get off of if I'd like. I'm also in a contest that's come down to this very last game. So I may end up having a position in this game that I don't want to have for quite a bit. So it's hard for me to say right now, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be a Navy fan. So I'm hoping it gets under the 3, though. I think at 2.5 or lower, the number is still too low. I looked just before I came to double check. My current number is 4, so I do think the market moved from 3.5 to 3. I actually disagree with it a little bit. So I do have Navy as a 4-point team.
You look at it, and Army's had a great year. You can't, for them to come in here with the 8 wins. And you look at last year's game when you go back to it. Navy was down to their 3rd-string quarterback at that time. They struggled offensively, to see the Navy offense struggle as much as it did. Now, granted, one of the advantages, Army has facing Navy is they know how to defend the option because that's what they run. But still, Navy it was one of the worst games I saw offensively from Navy all year.
Well, I'm not going to try to fix a broken record here. And you get 2 option teams together, and you're going to run the ball. You're going to run fewer plays. These teams, as far as pass yards compared to total yards, Army is last with 18%. Navy is number 128 with 29% of their yards. And Navy doesn't necessarily run one of the slowest tempos. They're actually number 41 in the country at 73 plays per game. They actually up their tempo quite a bit. But now against Army, you have 2 weeks to prepare for the option, or 3 in one case. You have the familiarity, you have the practice levels, and all of a sudden, this is a standalone game which changes the dynamics. The kids know it, the media knows it, the hype knows it, the pressure knows it. The under has cashed 10 straight years, and even though it's climbed down a few points already, they just opened the number way too high. Last year was 47.5. It opened at 51 or 51.5. It dropped 4 points, and it still went under. In fact, over the last 10 years, it's gone under by 16 points per game. We're going to have the same situation. You're going to have 2 teams running the ball, and a lot of times Navy presses the pace because they're behind in games. They throw the ball and they're running more plays. This game is always so close to the vest that both teams are going to do what they do naturally, run the ball. You may see an occasional pass, but I'm not going to tinker with success. Under is clearly the way to go for me in this game. Cold weather rivalry, great rushing attacks, and again, another low-scoring game probably decided. Hopefully a field goal
or a touchdown.
Yeah, or a touchdown in Preston's case.
Yeah, and when you talk about, not throwing many passes, Army's offense in the last 3 games, grand total of 4 pass plays in 3 games. They run the football, and it's not like Navy's thrown, but like you said, you did bring up a point that in a couple of the games they fell behind and they had to try to throw a couple games. But still, in the last 3 games, they got a grand total of 17 pass plays total. So I agree with you. That clock will be moving constantly on Saturday in this one. And guys, don't forget, if you want to save $10 this weekend at WagerTalk, we've got a coupon for you. And it's a coupon that's going to probably piss off Ohio State fans, but it's Roll Tide. Roll Tide will save you $10 this weekend at WagerTalk. You can use it on any package through Sunday night. And guys, if you like our videos, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and tell all your friends. We'll be back with more here at WagerTalk.com.